I've had 5 or 6, I would say, plateaus during the process, and each plateau I just changed a little something, and I figured I was going to have plateaus. That's how it goes. That's what the research out there says, is that when you're trying to lose weight, there's going to be a plateau, and you're going to have to do something extra, something different, something more to break through that little spot and continue with your weight loss, especially when you have as much weight to lose as I did, you know. And so I did that by either extending my window for the intermittent fasting, where I was fasting for a longer period of time. I also did some things like I added apple cider vinegar. I take that with each meal now, and just before bed. Then I also have started supplementing with organic ashwagandha. It's been pretty much a miracle, because I struggled really hard trying to lose weight prior to this, and this is really the only thing that's been a major success for me.
Oh, the day I break these chains, I'm bound for the life of the simple things.
One thing before I go that I almost forgot to tell you about is the blood pressure issue that I had that basically was the major catalyst to this whole weight loss regime and all of my research. I was at 143/90 with my blood pressure, and it's now 112/78. That's the best it's been since I was a teen. Just remembered that I had promised one of my Patreons that I would go ahead and do a video kind of following a day and the routine I do with intermittent fasting. So I ate a little while ago, about 5 o'clock, 5:30, and that was the end of my fasting. I mean, the end of my eating window. And so I'm now only going to drink water until I break my fast tomorrow. So I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. All right, so it's 4:13 p.m. My eating window officially opened at 4 o'clock, and I've been promising Patreon subscriber, I guess you would say, I don't know what you call them other than a Patreon, but Gabriel, who has been, you know, around forever, like ever since I was in the green van, and I even got to hang out with him when I was up in Seattle this last time. We ended up going on a hike over to this waterfall. But anyways, Gabriel, I'm about ready to break my fast. This here guy is what I break my fast with now. When I first started off doing the whole fasting thing, I had several things. Like I would do this kimchi, I would do kombucha tea or kefir, whichever one I could find, and also live culture pickles. And I did all of those different things because I would be so stinking hungry at the beginning. But now, I mean, I wasn't even watching the clock. I just happened to see that it was time for me to start eating. I'm not hungry like I was before. The probiotics like this, when I go to break my fast, for a couple of different reasons. But first of all, I kept doing this because I like filling up on this the first meal so that I don't end up binging. And the other reason on this stuff is that it's got capsaicin. Sorry, not completely sure how to pronounce it, but it's the spice that's in here has been shown in research to actually help with weight loss on its own. Just as a quick warning, when you go to open this guy, make sure you have a sink or whatever, because this is under pressure because of the live cultures in here, and so it kind of leaks all over the place like this. There we go. And another thing to let you know about this, if you're gonna do this and you're gonna break your fast with this or eat this anywhere there's other people, It smells pretty good right next to the jar to me, but somebody 10 feet away or so, it starts having a real weird smell for them, and especially if they're not into eating it. So I had somebody break their fast that had started following what I'm doing, and they did it in their office and stunk the whole place up. I wasn't expecting it to roll over quite that much. I need to grab my paper towels here. And if you look, see how the stuff is starting to come out of the top here. And the reason why it's doing that is because you had all this pressure inside here from the microbes that were fermenting. And that's what happens when it's raw like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna have me some solar powered steaks here. So I got an electric grill. I love this grill, by the way. I've used it a few times now. It's not, the steaks aren't as good with this as say if it was on charcoal, but you don't have the mess either, and it's super quick to clean this up. And I like the steaks on this guy way better than I like them on a propane grill. I like to use a little of my apple cider vinegar, and like with every meal I always go ahead and have apple cider vinegar, but I found that it tastes really good on the steaks with this Montreal steak seasoning. This Montreal steak seasoning is the best steak seasoning I've ever had, by the way. And there's like almost no smoke that comes off of them, so it works really good indoors too. I used it when it was raining out one time in the RV. Non-stick. It's amazing how easy and well these slide around on here. Trying to get my grill lines. I like having nice little grill lines. It smells so good. Now the grill is called a smokeless grill, but it's not 100% smokeless. I mean, you still get some smoke. Those are fairly thin ribeyes, so pretty sure they're already done. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this guy down. Power off. All right, I'm gonna grub one at a time so that I don't have to worry about it cooling off on me, getting cold. Oh, that looks so good. Look at that, nice and medium. Still an excellent steak though. I'm telling you, that McCormick's bomb. I love that stuff. Let me know if you guys have ever had that McCormick's. Tell me what you guys think. The McCormick's Montreal steak seasoning, it's amazing. And maybe you could comment below and let me know if there's any others that you guys like that I can try out.